Class 8 Science, Chapter 16 Light, and in this video we will discuss about laws of reflection and regular and diffused reflection. The world is largely known through the senses. 5 senses are sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. The sense of sight is one of the most important senses. Through it we see mountains, rivers, trees, plants, chairs, people, and so many other things around us. We also see clouds, rainbows, and birds flying in the sky. At night we see the moon and the stars. These are the diagrams of these objects: mountain, river, tree, chair, clouds, rainbow, birds flying in sky, moon and stars. Now question arises, how is seeing made possible? What makes things visible? How we see various objects? Its answer is the eyes see the objects. But we cannot see an object in the dark. It means that eyes alone cannot see any object. It is only when light from an object enters our eyes that we see the object. The light may have been emitted by the object or may have been reflected by it. See this diagram. This is the source of light. This light is falling on this flower, and this flower reflects the light, and that reflected light comes to our eyes. So we are able to see this flower. Okay. So eyes along with the light both are responsible to see any object. A polished or a shiny surface can act as a mirror. A mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it. After striking the mirror, the ray of light is reflected in another direction. The light ray which strikes any surface is called the incident ray. The ray that comes back from the surface after reflection is known as reflected ray. Now, draw lines showing the plane mirror, the incident ray, and the reflected ray on the paper. See this diagram. This is the paper. This represents the mirror. This line represents the incident ray, and this line represents the reflected ray. Draw a line making an angle of 90 degrees to the line representing the mirror at the point where the incident ray strikes the mirror. समझने की कोशिश करिए. इस लाइन पर जो कि मिरर को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है, उस पॉइंट पर हमें एक लाइन ड्रॉ करनी है जहां पर इंसिडेंट रे स्ट्राइक कर रही है. ये इंसिडेंट रे इस पॉइंट पर स्ट्राइक कर रही है, तो इस पॉइंट पर हमें इस लाइन पर एक 90 डिग्री एंगल पर लाइन ड्रॉ करनी है. दिस वन. ओके, दिस लाइन इज 90 डिग्री टू दिस वन, and this line, this one. Okay, this line is known as normal to the reflecting surface at that point. Now let us see once again this diagram. This is plane mirror, this is incident ray, this is reflected ray, and this dotted line represents the normal at this point. Okay. The angle between the normal and incident ray is called the angle of incidence or angle of incident. It is angle I. See this diagram, this one. Okay, this is incident ray and this is normal, and this angle is known as angle of incidence. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray is known as the angle of reflection. That is angle R. This one. This angle. Okay, this one is between this normal and reflected ray. This is known as angle of reflection. Now, we will discuss the laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. First one is angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. You can write like this. This is angle I. This is equal to angle R. Okay. Second law is the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. These are the two laws of reflection. Now, features of the image of an object formed by a plane mirror. This we have also discussed in the lower class. A plane mirror always forms a virtual image that is behind the mirror. And as we know, virtual image cannot obtain on a screen. The image and object are the same distance from a mirror. See this diagram. This is the mirror, this is object, and this is image. If you see the distance from this object to mirror, this is 3 meter. And distance from this mirror to image, this is also 3 meter. The image size is the same as the object size. The image is upright. Upright means erect. In an image formed by a mirror, the left of the object appears on the right and the right appears on the left. This is known as lateral inversion. See this diagram? This is one person and this is its right hand. And this is mirror and this is the image of this person. Now just see, in image this hand is left hand. Okay, and in the original this is right. So this is called lateral inversion. Now regular and diffused reflection. Reflection from a smooth surface like that of a mirror is called regular reflection. Images are formed by regular reflection. When all the parallel rays reflected from a rough or irregular surface are not parallel, the reflection is known as diffused or irregular reflection. Now just see, this diagram represents the regular reflection. Okay, these rays are the incident rays which are parallel to each other, and these are the reflected rays and these are also parallel to each other. Okay, and this is a smooth surface. But when these incident rays are falls on irregular surface. Now just see this diagram. These are the incident rays which are parallel to each other and these are striking on this irregular surface. Then after striking, these are reflected rays. See, these reflected rays are not parallel to each other. Okay, so this is irregular reflection. Now this irregular reflection is not due to the failure of the laws of reflection. Actually, it is caused by the irregularities in the reflecting surface like that of a cardboard. Nearly everything we see around is seen due to reflected light. For example, moon receives light from the sun and reflects it. That's how we see the moon. The objects which shine in the light of the other objects are called illuminated objects. There are other objects which give their own light, such as the sun, fire, flame of a candle, and an electric lamp. Their light falls on our eyes. That is how we see them. The objects which emit their own light are known as luminous objects. Clear? So you must be able to differentiate between luminous object and illuminated objects. Once again, see this diagram. A luminous object is one that produces light. An illuminated object is one that reflects light. These are the examples of luminous objects. Sun, this is light from torch, this is fire, this is burning candle. And these are the examples of illuminated objects. This is a person standing on the stage and this light is falling on it and we are able to see this person. This is the nature. Okay, and this is moon. All these are the illuminated objects. Thank you. Subscribe my channel to get the next video from this chapter.